This one super simple coaching funnel made me over $5 million the past few years in my online coaching business with no paid ads. And here's a little proof on Stripe. This is what I used in 2023 and 2024. Right about 4.3, almost 4.4 million. And then WAP about the last year, 1.4 million. There's some other low ticket and stuff involved that accumulated to making me 7 figures profit each year the past 4 years selling information online. And a lot of people make 7 figures once and then see a declining info business over time. But I've been able to do it 4 years in a row. And I think a lot of what I'm going to share in this video is going to show you the simplicity and just the way I have it set up, what's allowed me to continue to make 7 figures profit each year the past few years. So we can see right here, just a basic, super basic call funnel, prioritizing YouTube traffic right here. Here's a video I posted yesterday right here. They don't get tons of views, but literally just high quality, finding high quality traffic in my niche that's interested in selling on Amazon or that's already selling on Amazon, and providing them good free solutions that if they end up wanting a paid solution, they can go right here and click the link down below in the description to apply to work with me. This is the only link typically I put in there, maybe a lead magnet to get emails that further reinforces there too. And then I sent them to this basic landing page. The first like 3 million or so, I didn't even have a video sales letter on here. Now I do. Haven't remade it in like a year and a half, and then we can see it just goes to the application right here. They book in with my closer, and my closer closes them. And because of this, because I prioritize YouTube traffic, my metrics are really, really high in respect to show rate, close rate, and just the overall high quality customers that come into my program already knowing stuff about the business, knowing my inside jokes, knowing, liking, and trusting me. And then I'm able to help them one-on-one, and in many cases help them get the exact result they're looking for. And the reason why my coaching business has been able to sustain over time is because I prioritize what I'm going to show you guys in this video. And that's going to be 2 main types of YouTube videos right here. So the first one would be top of funnel stuff, which ends up getting lots of views for my niche, right? So for example, like the ultimate Amazon all-in arbitrage sourcing guide for beginners. This, I believe, or at least it was for a while, is the #1 search result for Amazon all-in arbitrage sourcing, which is a big term in my niche. And then this one here is a big video for Amazon FBA retail arbitrage guide. So when people search up Amazon FBA retail arbitrage, I'm waiting for them right there. And I have big plans for this in 2026 to do way more of these. I did basically none of these, or at least strategically, until 2024. And I have a huge list of search terms I want to hit that I'm going to make those in January and February. And then they're going to find high quality traffic on search all year. Even if these get low views initially, which they typically get less views than an initial video initially, or than a normal video initially, like a middle funnel or bottom funnel type video, their investments over the long term. And your competition won't think long term enough to build this type of infrastructure. And it gives your closers ammo against pre-call objections and questions people have. And you can add value and follow up. And if your clients ever have specific questions that you don't have answered in the program, or at least in a more broad sense, you can always send them these videos too as well. So it never hurts to have questions your ideal client has answered in YouTube videos, especially when they're set up correctly like this with a nice broad thumbnail, good broad title, and they're optimized really well, and they're waiting for them on search when they go ahead and look them up, as well as bottom of funnel videos. And these are the types of videos that are solely for the purpose of converting people. They typically get a lot less views over time than the search videos do, but I could care less because that's not the point of them. The point of them is strictly to convert people. So stuff like the fastest Amazon product research strategy no one's using, this video doesn't really make sense for people that aren't already in the space or at least watching stuff already. And then these student interviews absolutely print to like client testimonials with the type of person you're looking to work with and everything. So how she built a 20K a month Amazon FBA business in 90 days, that did really well too. So this might only get like 2,500 views. But what I've noticed is that it's right around between like every, I'll find the exact numbers for you guys. It's right around between like 700 to 1,000 views equals like one high ticket customer typically, which is incredibly powerful when you run the numbers on that type of stuff. And that's why this stuff is absolutely so profitable, because it's free traffic. So I don't have to spend anything to distribute these videos besides like $15 with my VA and then $20 per thumbnail, right? $15 per video with my virtual assistant. And it's very, very powerful. And I've literally had the same virtual assistant. He's been a phenomenal partner for almost 4 years. Because once I started the info business and everything went way better than I expected to, I immediately went all in on YouTube and started doing 3 videos a week that entire first year. And I've been doing a consistent 2 to 3 videos per week since then. In terms of some mistakes I made over the years, this is really important too. And I was able to learn a lot, especially in 2024. And that's what has really been able to help me grow this thing and keep it going here is I was really afraid to CTA to the highest quality traffic, which would be the YouTube search viewers, which I know makes literally no sense, but I just kind of overestimated how long people would stay kind of in the system prior to buying. And I'm pretty sure a lot of buyers churned out because I didn't CTA during those really high quality search videos. And that's a mistake I made in 2024 and 2025, but it's not a mistake I'm going to make in 2026. And I think that's going to really help book more calls over time because all of 2026 people are going to be watching these videos. And I'm going to have the CTA waiting for them at the end. Because if you're new to an industry and you're watching a tutorial, you're probably going to watch the whole thing, especially if you're really interested in it. And instead of sending people to like an 8-hour free course from there, which I did in 2025, I realized that created too much friction in the buying process. And I'd rather have a call to action waiting for them at the end, not putting enough effort into thumbnails, being lazy and using the same face every time. There's a massive difference between these were the start of 2024 thumbnails and when I got really serious about the stuff in the middle of 2024. And you can see it's a drastic difference in respect to the thumbnail quality here. And no wonder they're making more results and I'm making a lot more money from YouTube than I was in past years, right? So we can see just drastically different in terms of the time put into these, and no wonder the results they're getting right here. And you combine that with CTA more strategically too. It's been a big difference. Over reliance on shorts and short form and under reliance on YouTube long form until 2024. I remember in like Q1, Q2, 2024, I was like, why are we just not booking as many calls as possible? I remember going on we were like way down in March 2024. And I went on a walk one Saturday night. I was like, are you going to let this thing die? And I just overall made that decision that no, I was not going to let this thing die. And then we ended up having a few record months very soon after that. Once I really started to prioritize YouTube long form traffic with strong call to actions. Hunting views instead of money, hunting YouTube recommended and suggested stuff, like kind of more going viral instead of just dominating search and building a really good infrastructure within my niche. And I did that pretty well in 2025 and I'm going to do it even better in 2026. And then not trend topping, not taking advantage of like AI updates to Amazon, stuff like that. That's a big, and looking at how other people have done that has been a big game changer here. Like when Amazon makes a fee update, like if something changed in your industry, make a video on it. It gives people a reason to watch now. And it's just doing stuff other people won't do. Other people won't talk to AI to figure out exactly what changed. Other people won't find a good way to, distribute it to their viewership and make it simple and easy to actually understand. And that's equity you can pick up with your ideal client really easily, especially using ChatGPT right there too as well. So those are mistakes I personally made in terms of, I could literally rant about this all day, but mistakes I see a lot of like new people, like 10 to 50K a month revenue guys, that keep them from cracking, in my opinion, what really starts to create a lot of freedom, $100,000 plus profit months. And that's getting comfortable in short form and not building long form infrastructure, which is what actually sustains over time and what actually compounds over time. So whether that be like hiring a lot of expensive agencies and not learning to do stuff themselves, or not learning how to film their own stuff, not getting virtual assistants to handle editing, which is just a major cost savings as well. Circle jerking over 100K a month, 200K a month, 250K a month, and letting profit margins completely go out the window. I see that all the time, especially living in Miami the past couple of years. Everyone just talks in like these overinflated happen once revenue numbers, and no one's worried about what they're actually taking home, what they're actually investing, which is the whole point of this in the first place. And I've known that since day one, even when I was living in my childhood bedroom. Over reliance on expensive agencies that own you and charge you the moon, rather than learning the actual skills yourself and owning stuff in-house, which skyrockets profit margins and gives you the power to sustain the ebbs and flows of business, and doesn't make you over reliant on someone who could charge you a lot more money or work with a competitor and there's no contracts involved and everything like that. Showing lifestyle and chasing views. I've yet to even buy a car, and I've been able to make, save, and invest millions from this business for years. And your clients are a reflection of you. What you put out is what you attract. There's no reason, or it makes a lot of sense why all the people that show a lot of cars tend to have a younger audience that's less interested in the stuff, and attracting the right type of client. My typical students probably right around like 30 or so. And those people are significantly more bought into actually working and taking action over long term, which leads to a positive feedback loop of good client results and being able to stick around in this business for a while and really innovate and learn and find new angles. there's a ton of analysis paralysis over new funnels, mechanisms, etc. Thinking back on my time in the industry, everyone who's been able to sustain over long term with good profit margins has a major focus on building a relationship with their audience over YouTube long form. I realized long form, it auto-corrected twice right there. And that just allows you to have a significantly better customer because they know you a lot better than stuff like ads or stuff like short form where people don't have that sort of relationship with you. And you have to be way more focused on sales within that. Like literally you guys see like there's nothing crazy in the sales process here. It's just like, I even have a lot of disqualifiers on here. So I only find the right type of client right here as well. And I'm not having to push people to buy. Right. And they don't take student results seriously. So they get a bad name in their niche. This is way too prevalent. And it's why so many people burn out super quick with this stuff because they don't really have high quality customers and they don't take student results seriously, which leads to bad Reddit threads and stuff like that. In terms of my plan for 2026, it's doing more and better of what I did in 2024 and 2025, which has led to a way better work life than focusing on short form and Twitter and stuff back in the day, which is really tedious and really like a treadmill. YouTube. All my best customers come from there. Instagram and Twitter, absolutely pale in comparison. Competition's afraid of it. They want to hide and do short form. My work life got way easier once I realized this in mid 2024 and started to really prioritize this stuff. Prioritizing search traffic as well and put all the good traffic, the search traffic is the best traffic, to my call to actions, ruthlessly get the best thumbnails possible and really prioritize the click-through rate, pump out all the 2026 search videos at late 2025 and then January and February, and then let those videos all year compound and build that infrastructure on where my ideal client's looking initially too, especially. Striking while the iron's hot well prior to Q4 2026 to get in a ton of students and really get them good results our Q4 to keep that flywheel going. Build out the email list and nurture more there. I did a decent job of that this year, but I can totally do better. There's a couple high volume lead magnets that are really helpful with short form because I want to do more short form too. I lacked really hard on it in 2024 and 2025. So starting to pump out short form again with the goal of just getting people on ManyChat automations and over to my lead magnets and my long form content. Best place to start is making a short on each of the 2026 videos. I'll make a whole video on ideation. I really like doing ideation around this stuff too. Get featured on niche specific podcasts and just cross-pollinate with other creators within the niche as well. I really like this too because it starts to broaden you within your niche and it really humanizes you too to see you interact with other people as well. And then in general too, if you're watching my channel, you'll probably have a better monetization structure than most people because most people don't sell a good high ticket offer, which is going to lead to it be more profitable for you to really cross-pollinate and interact too. As well. That's neither here nor there. And then also just prioritizing client results to get upsells and increase lifetime value from the software companies I own within the niche, which is a pretty cool thing I've been able to do over the past couple of years, starting one and getting a piece of another, as well as just continue dominating the niche with a great reputation for years to come. And this is how it's going to be done, guys. So that's the plan here. That's the simple funnel that made me over $5 million. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. And if you want one-on-one personal coaching from me, take a look down below at the link in the description. I'll show you how I can put this in for your business in respect to building YouTube infrastructure, making it easy to consistently pump stuff out, and having dirt cheap virtual assistants help you do the stuff that'll be good long-term partners for years. See you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.